No.
Okay.
We're live. Dun, 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 dun. Movie podcast time.
You didn't do the fucking song, you
Yeah, I know, because it's a cold open.
Cold open.
Statues and paintings are all great.
Oh, what a good opening for once.
Yelling comparison to the circle of jerks.
Now, come on. Right.
Perfect surf.
Welcome everybody to the Circle of Jerks podcast. I'm Jay,
And I'm Nasty Boy.
And I'm Ronnie.
and today we're going to be doing a movie thing.
So
movie
I
thing.
was in the shower the other day and looking,
It's getting saucy.
and when I was finished, I know
Pray tell.
Emer bought this like shower-proof notes thing, and I was like in the shower and I come up with this great movie idea in my head.
That would have been better than your Shark Tank idea. Showerproof
Definitely.
roads.
But and I wrote down the idea. So then I told the boys, and they were like, "We also have movie ideas."
Mhm.
Yes.
So I think I might get the ball rolling myself if y'all
Yeah.
don't mind.
Go,
Yep,
go,
yep.
go.
Right, I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible because we're tight for time, obviously. But so here's
Okay.
my idea. It starts off, and you have a little kid, loves his granny, gets along with the family, nice time, right?
Okay.
So the granny dies. He's at the funeral. They're all going up paying their respects, and the boy like puts his hand on his granny's hand, and he just instantly just like kind of spazzes out, falls over. He's bawling, crying, and the parents in that just think he's sad because the granny died, right?
Yeah.
Forgets about that. Cuts forward. He's 18 years old, and let's just say someone else in his
Love
life
cuts.
dies. So yeah, if someone in his life dies, and the same thing, he's at the funeral, puts his hand under hand, and then we see a flashback to like how that person died, right? Let's just say it was a car accident.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah.
straight into the car. He's in their eyes, and he's in the car, crashes the car, dies, and then he comes back out of it and realizes what happened. If he touches a dead body, he can see how they died,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So then he's going on in his life, and then say something happens, like one of his friends gets murdered, and they can't find the killer, and he's like, "This is emotional. I don't want to have to do this again, but the only way to find the killer is to put my hand." So he goes into the morgue, puts his hand on the friends, and so then that's really. So I was kind of thinking this could go two ways. If this is a movie, it could be like he gets real depressed because he knows he has this power, but it's so upsetting for him, he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then, like, say there's a really bad murder or a serial killer, and he really doesn't want to. Or if it's a series, do you remember that one where like the newspaper would show up? Do you remember that TV show? A newspaper would show up in your man's door every day, and he opened it, and it was tomorrow's newspaper.
Yeah.
Oh,
like early
yeah.
edition.
Yeah, early
Early
edition. So kind of like that.
But
like-
it's a medium, kind of.
Yeah, but I'm kind of
Yeah.
thinking like every episode could be him solving another murder, or if it's one movie, that could be the whole movie through.
Mm.
And like for ages, he's just not solving these murders.
I think I would have it as a woman protagonist. I think.
Oh, yeah, or a woman.
I think it would
Yeah,
work.
Ronnie, you sexist
For
pig.
no, I don't mean it that way. But I think for the
You
emotional,
never mentioned.
I don't want to. Not sounding sexist, but like with a woman, it, like the emotional of like I think it would come across better as
Yeah.
a woman doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. But
I think as well,
obviously,
right?
or
Just
female.
Or it could be a gender neutral person.
Could be a
yeah,
gender neutral
exactly.
person. Of course, it could.
I think that they obviously for the movie's sake they can't see the whole thing. They only get an old vague bit so that there's still a bit to it. It's like they see like was somebody wearing like an old purple overcoat. They can't like see exactly who it was that did it because that gives like you know what I mean substance to the rest of the movie. It's like a detective thing then.
I don't know. See, my theory on how we'd draw it out in the film would be
They
that
don't
they
want
would
to do it.
refuse to. Like some woman, my son died. And she's bawling, crying. Please put your hand on him, see who killed him or how he died. And he's
Please
refusing
put
to
your hand
do
on my
it.
son.
Not on.
I said on.
Oh, it could be a porno version where they have to put their hands in.
Oh, okay. Let's not go there.
Cut.
No. Yeah, no. I know where you're
Bruh.
coming. I know where you're coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
look, that's a feasible idea.
I never thought of a name of it either.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do?
What do you
Always
think,
got
boys?
touched by
Is
an
it a
angel.
fight? Is it a big
Weird.
blockbuster?
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely could be.
Oh, we do rock
All right,
fresh.
how about this? I wouldn't go and see it, but I'd invest in it.
You wouldn't go see it.
I wouldn't see it.
I haven't seen a film for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't watch movies, but if I did,
No, but that's the other thing.
No, I do watch movies. Look, I would be intrigued. It would have to be done really, really well, though. It'd have to be like.
let's
like
just say
done
Tom
really-
Cruise is the main actor.
Oh,
He's playing an
Tom Cruise.
18-year-old.
Okay. Yeah, that could work. No. In fairness, I could see a lot of people wanting to be that would watch that. Definitely, yeah. That's
We're in.
Yeah,
in.
we're in.
Two
Okay.
thumbs up.
Okay, well,
Right. Go on, Noich. What's
moving
yours?
swiftly along to mine. Like, so I don't watch horror movies and I don't like them. I'm just get scared shitless. But my idea is, so basically, right, a woman is coming into hospital, right, and she's like 8 months pregnant, right, and she stop laughing. She's 8 months pregnant, right, and then she is put under. She said, "Oh, you have to be put under. There's been a complication."
Oh, was she
right?
put under?
The blankets.
so, so anyway, so she put under, right. She wakes up like 3 days later and said, "Look, we're really sorry. We lost. There was a miscarriage, basically. You lost baby. I know this is kind of a bit heavy, but anyway, so that happens, right? So then it cuts to another cuts to like 20 years later, okay, and like she's like in her 40s. She never really got over it. She's single. Okay, and she goes out, like her friends are like, "Oh, come on, let's go." So she goes out one night, right, and she meets this like 18-year-olds, right? Okay, and they're like getting on really well, and she's like, "There's something, I know you from somewhere. There's something about you that I know." But they
just
get
clicked
on
with
really
it.
well. Just something just clicked with it, right?
Mhm.
Like you can probably guess where this is going. But anyway, something's clicking, and then right, so to go back to the house and all
And
that
it's
kind
not
of
her hip
stuff.
because she's only young.
Yeah, but to go back to the house, and then all of a sudden it gets a bit sinister.
That's
where
real.
she he is basically for the first few months really nice to her. They're getting on really well. All her friends are like, he's a bit young, but they're getting on really well, so it's really good. And it's all happy, funny. Then all of a sudden it turns real sinister where he actually turns out to be her son. So it wasn't a miscarriage and the doctor
Yeah.
just took away. But basically what happens is there's a bit to flesh out, but he like starts to torture her and stuff like that, and it gets a horror and it gets real dark and real like manipulative and she goes, sheesh, and she's a simp for him. Yeah, and
Yeah, it's just doing arrested memes.
yeah, she's a sim for him. And then so that's it. But so basically that's where it goes. And then at the end, like he ends up like she ends up getting away from him, killing him. But like it's a big mad crazy
Like,
like
give away the ending.
real like crazy story. Well, what do you think? Would it work as a
Sorry,
horror?
that hand movement that I did actually meant lengthen it, but you probably thought it meant speed it up.
Ah.
That's
Okay.
lengthening it. This is shortening it.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. All right, no, but like, would you think
And
would you
she's-
think that would work as a horror? Because the horrors are sinister. Like they're really weird and creepy, especially lately.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it, but I'd
I'd
invest
say
in it.
thriller rather than horror, no?
Yeah, well, thriller /
Mm.
horror. Yeah. Would you? What do you think, Ron? Would
Yeah.
if you fleshed it.
Sorry,
for
I
that.
did the thriller dance.
No, but if you fleshed it out, would it work?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
yeah,
Jay?
Good.
yeah,
Jay?
I wouldn't watch it. I'd invest in it.
Great.
You can't play this game like you don't watch movies.
Perf with surf.
I'm just waiting for somebody to say something that I'll watch, and then I'll watch it.
Okay.
Oh,
well, then maybe we'll
right,
watch.
okay, I've
maybe
got
we'll
another
watch
one.
his. Maybe
All
we'll
right,
watch
have
We
his.
you
got
have
this
you got another
super
one?
spy named James Bond. Would you go see that?
I'm in, yeah.
His
See you
name's-
next Friday.
His name's Jason Bond.
Oh, I'm even more in.
Is that
Just
bruh?
because his name's
Is
Jason.
that bruh?
No, B is bruh.
Oh, I
Bruh.
was going to say B should be for bruh.
James.
James bruh. Right, go on, Jeff. You got an idea?
Yeah. So mine's a bit more of a comedy, right?
Oh.
So you know, like Freaky Friday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like I think bear with me if I'm wrong, but I think in Freaky Friday, somebody turns
Bear
into somebody else.
With me.
Yeah. So like they swap a body swap.
Yeah, a body swap of sorts. So I was thinking, right, what if you swap bodies with like not a person? So maybe like a doggo.
Yeah.
So so
And
like,
dogs.
how did they do it in Freaky Friday? What happened? Like,
They kissed.
No. No. It's like a daughter and a mother, and they like
Yeah.
is that how it happened?
swap.
They
No.
didn't kiss.
All right.
Or a man and a woman, like they don't
So
know
it
they
starts-
cross
It
paths.
starts out by this lad absolutely necking on with his dog, and then basically, however it happens, he turns into him, right?
Do you know what? You know those people that
So
let
no,
their
hold on.
dogs...
So the man turns into the dog, and the dog turns into the man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
you know those horrible creeps that let their... Oh, I shouldn't be saying this. Let their dogs lick them on the
Yeah,
lips.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
That is
start.
sick.
that's feasible.
Because, and it's also horrible, so they shouldn't
It'd be
do
funnier
it.
if it wasn't his dog and he went over to pet. Oh, you're a lovely dog, and he just started licking him on the face, like and then it just swaps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happens in the movie? Tell me the crazy stuff that happens.
Well, like your man drinks out of dog bowls.
But
Takes-
what does the dog do?
Oh, the dog goes to work in an office.
And does a better
And he
job
gets
than
a
the man.
promotion,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just see the charts
Yeah,
going up.
the dog. Yeah, the dog is the man.
The dog standing there beside
Yeah,
Charles.
it's like he wears a disguise to look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a Labrador.
Last week's numbers were rough.
Labradoodle. Right, we've got a little time left.
Give that boy a treat.
Yeah, I think that's a Disney Channel movie, and it would be
Oh, it would be wonderful.
good. Right,
It'd be
quickly, have you got a name for it?
Rough times.
wonderful. Wolf Wednesday.
Wolf Wednesday.
Wolf
Yeah, I like that
Wednesday.
better actually. Yeah.
Mine's called.
You came up with that quick.
No, don't do it.
I don't know.
Yeah. And
Do you have a name for yours?
No.
What's yours? Yours can be
Scare hand.
Scare
Touched by an angel.
medium hands.
Medium-sized hands.
I love it. Medium
the,
size.
the main guy's name is
Alright.
Hands.
Mine's the bar tree.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please subscribe to the Kalash Media YouTube channel and follow Circle of Jerks podcast.
subscribe.
Ba-dum-tish.
And if you got a movie idea, put it in the comments.